get in Jai Bala of cashsecures.com who joins us on the show. Hi Jai, before we get to the levels, how are you feeling? Bullish or bearish?
I'm changeably bullish, Nigel.
Yeah, bullish now.
Fickly bullish.
Let's get to the levels then, Jai, because the last many weeks you have got it right and kudos on that. But suddenly the markets has found momentum. Is this the real deal? Are you not looking at levels now sub that 21,000, 20,000? I mean, sometimes I worry when I hear those levels. But what are the levels now? We're at around 23,700 or thereabouts. Where are we headed?
Actually, the markets have done a few good things, but that have not eliminated some bad things. So I'm looking for. I was looking for some things to get eliminated so that we get clarity. We don't have 100% clarity. The good things for the market first is that last week when Prashant was talking to me, he was about to come back to me about the USD INR after Lata finished, but unfortunately we ran out of time and we couldn't have got it. USD INR was breaking out of a head and shoulder stop on the day we were speaking last Tuesday. And it is that the reason why it's come here at 85.5 is because of that. That's bullish for the equity markets. But if what we missed out last week, what we can still continue to be a valuable input is that if the Reserve Bank allows it to appreciate, it can get to somewhere close to 83, even 82.5. But I don't know if that's going to be possible if the Reserve Bank is now allowing the rupee to appreciate freely. Number two, we had spoken about small caps 3-4 weeks ago, and I had said that small caps is likely to rally from 14,100 to earlier level at what projected on 17,000, slightly short of that to about 16,500. Small caps have done 16,500 now, and they seem like they might still have one more higher highs to come through. It's a similar situation for mid caps and micro caps. But the bad things are that there has been considerable amount of damage done to the FMCG sector, auto sector, consumption, and even the Nifty IT sector. And Reliance is definitely not helping bulls so far. So given these heavyweights that are doing these things, I don't know what the good things that we spoke about will counterbalance that. So the levels we're talking about right now, we are looking at 24,230 as the resistance. I'm anticipating the market to first pull back somewhere closer to 23,275, and then possibly push back about today's high. So a pullback due, and as I said earlier, I'm fickle about my bullishness, but as the tapes is telling me right now, is asking me to be bullish, but the structure hasn't eliminated some of the bearish things for the markets as such.
It's been a long while, Jai, since I've heard you say that. Normally you say a visit down and then later on a visit even lower after that. But now you're saying maybe a 400-point pullback and then brace for a 1,000-point rally, which would mean that we move to, above that 200 DMA mark on the Nifty. Jai, just stay with us. For the time being, we'll slip into a short break. You come back and we'll get more picks out of Jai. Stay with us.
Stock trading ideas. What would you have for us?
Yeah, I have a couple of names today, Rima. The first one is Blue Dart, and Blue Dart is thrusting past a downtrend line from the 2024 highs, and it's well above it. And it's an economy-facing stock. Probably there is some message here. So a stop loss at about 5,700, and as long as 5,700 holds, the stock is bullish and good for more. The next one is Persistent. I've been bullish on this since October 2022, and it looks like the high that it registered in December 2024 by outperforming the market is probably an incomplete high. And the recent low of about 5,000 is just slightly above maintaining the bullishness for the structure to clock one more record highs. So as long as 5,000 holds, the stock is bullish. Maybe it doesn't get as high as the all-time high, but possibly pushing somewhere close to it.
Jai, just to I have your view on Nifty Bank as well. Are you turning bullish here, or are you kind of saying overall in the market very briefly? I know what your view on the Nifty. You're saying pull back to 23,200, then one more swing high.
I still haven't dropped my bearish anticipation, Prashant, but I know I'm a slave to the tape. What the market is saying right now is, there are both options. The markets are finely balanced between the bullish and the bearish case. And as long as some of these bearish things that I spoke about, as they are not eliminated, there is still a risk for the market to the downside. And the main risk actually comes from the dollar index. The dollar index possibly bottomed on the 18th of March. And also, there's a possible signal that's coming from gold. Gold has possibly got one more higher highs to come through, fresh all-time high. And post that, if what I'm seeing is correct, if gold has a potential to drop something bigger than what we saw in 2011 and 2015. Basically, if that were to materialize, gold is saying we are entering a deflationary situation. So, in a deflationary environment, it doesn't spare any asset class. It will be only the dollar that succeeds. So watch out for it. It's just latent at the moment. We want gold to do what I'm anticipating to do. Only then the realization will happen.
Okay. If you were a fundamental analyst, it's simpler. You will say I'm neutral. I'm not bullish, I'm bearish. But as you said, you're a slave to the tape. Fair enough. Let's quickly run through Nifty Bank and Nifty IT as well, because you've got calls there, right? You've got a view.
Yeah. See, ICICI Bank still got one more higher high to come through. And I think once that's complete, probably the banking index will also start to slide lower. And I'm anticipating that resistance to come about 52,600 to 52,900 on the banking index. When it comes to the IT index, it's got a weak bounce pending in the very short term, possibly somewhere close to 38,900. If we see a strong rejection from 38,900, which I think it might be the case, because I'm anticipating the NASDAQ futures to get rejected somewhere close to about 20,655, currently at 20,300. So I think that will be in sync with the IT index. IT index, as I said earlier, it shouldn't have closed below 37,000 last week, and it did. That's not a positive. But if it needs to do reparation to recover the bullishness, it needs to do a lot of work. Let's see what it does around the 38,900 mark.
Okay, all right. Jai, stay with us. Before we wind down the show,